Good evening, everybody. Time for me to comment on your comments. And I think we actually start with this one by Dommy, who normally gets this one right. Sorry, number 3. So, yes, this question, to stymie. Yeah, this question has clearly stymied you. Hamper means make more difficult. And you couldn't do it, if the person couldn't do it at all, this is more than more than hamper. Okay, and left right goes stumped. Okay, he was stumped by this one. It's a good synonym. Yeah, I thought about using this word as I said, but I changed my mind. Swoon. Hi there. I wish I could pronounce your name. Maybe someone will help me. Hi, you focus on girls in this video. Well, men swoon as well, I guess. And Navanitha. Hi, Navanitha. From the space station, good thee, we can see the demarcation line between India and Pakistan because the series of lights because the series of lights that has been installed along the because of the series of lights that has been installed along the border to secure and prevent border crossing. Good use of demarcation, Avanitha. And P. Hi P, great to have you. Wonderful. When I heard swoon-filled sighs in Sir Alex's voice, I was seized by a sudden desire to utter a high-pitched cry in the same manner. This unbecoming behaviour on my part aroused the curiosity of my bitchy neighbour, who saw red when I told her I was ensconced in the kip with the Caliph of Coventry. Suffice it to say that a few weeks later we were the hapless recipients of a couple of lettres de cachet, execution orders from the landlord, promptly signed, sealed and delivered. That's a nice piece of writing. Well done, P. And okay, Count Beauty. So women are tended to swoon. So women tend to swoon, yeah, at the sight of blood or any emotional distress. Okay, Count. So somebody tends to do something. And my friend again, we usually use brilliant meal instead of beautiful meal. That's most common, especially for women. I would say a brilliant meal instead of a beautiful meal. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching. And Count Beauty. The Great Wall of China probably is one of the earliest palpable demarcations of state boundaries. That's very good English, Count. Well done, sir. I hope you're well. And P, good to see you again. Hi, Sir Alexander. There was a comment I typed this morning which was swooned over by some lovelorn laddie, so I guess I'll have to do it again. It was pretty lengthy. That's so frustrating. Ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ah. No, it wasn't this one. Yeah, maybe you're swooning over the wrong chap. And ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Wrong one again. Okay, befuddled. That's a good synonym. It looks like this stumped quite a few of you. So, Shivani Gola. Hi, Shivani. No, the answer is to stymie. I bet Patricia got this. And P. The comments disappear at an alarming rate. It leaves me utterly stymied. Okay, that's very good. Yes, you've got it with the video. You went for it. Thanks a lot, sir. Okay, good to see you, VG. The third. Yes, that is definitely stymied. And Patricia's got it as well. Well done, both of you. She swooned at the idea of going to Paris during her holidays. Okay, yeah, very good. Good English, VG. It was so hot that he swooned. Yes, more good English. Because of the intense heat, she went into a swoon. Good, you've used the noun as well. Thank you, VG. And VG says thank you. AK says hello. Though yo from Victor. And P again. Sir Alex Charles Henry. Ah, ooh, ooh. Wrong one again. Sorry. I feel good having other boys swooning over me. Okay, that's great. Ha. Okay. Isan Bawaja. Okay, I think indolent. I think this actually means worthless because I looked it up later because it had been sequestered by Google. But yes, you're fine. You're using this as a synonym for the word. And P again. The girl was sitting on the broken stone bench, almost in a reclining supine position. One of her legs was perched precariously on the side, the other traced imaginary circles above the grass. A flotilla of ducks and swans slalomed on the grey-green surface, the grey-green greasy Limpopo River, of the lake, splashing around, making gleaming rivulets of blue and turquoise on its shimmering surface. A group of art students and a handful of tourists and photographers were swooning over the placid tranquillity of the immense park ensconced in the outskirts of the bustling city. This sounds like the weather Bologna. Yeah? Okay, that's very nice writing. Well done, P. I love it. Ah, I think I've got it. Ah, yes, they're going to let you back. Huh. So, to have a skinful, to get drunk. I've never had a skinful in my life, but I must say, many folks often get under my skin. Yeah, if somebody gets under your skin, generally they annoy you, but it could be you fall for them as well. Sean, hi Sean, I choose stymied. Yes, 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 that's the right one. Muddle along. Blunder with a U, Mohammed. Blunder about has the same meaning as muddle along, definitely. Good to see you, Mohammed. And mayhem. To cause mayhem, to commit mayhem, definitely Roland. Maria Mikkonen, hi Maria, great to have you. This seems like a good word, yes. Okay, daunted. Thank you. I have the Oxford Historical Dictionary, the brick-sized 2 volumes. I would love an access to the full-sized Oxford OED. That you can now subscribe to it online. Thanks for watching, Maria. And Fluke Dog Walker. Hi, Fluke. So, flummoxed or dumbfounded. And again, good synonyms. Yeah, but this one was stymied. And P, rattle. Rattle on, rattle off, rattle through. Yeah, well, I'm going to rattle on for quite a while, I would imagine. Maybe another 15 or 20 minutes. And P, it appeared the house was haunted. At midnight the window panes would rattle for 2 hours. On Fridays, the day of the alleged crime, the crackling fire would mysteriously die out and its embers would transform into human bones, some of which gyrated for a whole 10 shuddering minutes before the heavy iron grate. Ooh, this sounds like the beginning of a horror story. I love it. That's really good, Patricia. This one's really nice. I really like this one. And an epithet. So your epithet is in emoticons. Brilliant. And P again, abeyance. Okay, yes. And lost soul. Her faltering voice made me anxious. Good work for Lost Soul. Great to see you, Lost Soul. And Nitu, hi Nitu. The spring picture shared by my colleague was breathtakingly beautiful. Good, I like that, breathtakingly beautiful. So much so, good English, that I swooned over it for quite a long feast for the eyes, evoking aesthetic pleasure. I swooned over it for quite long. A feast for the eyes, evoking aesthetic pleasure. Okay, that's really good. That's really nice. I think it's AE aesthetic with an A, but that's really good. Well done, Nito. I like that. That sounds really nice. It's a good piece of writing. And lost soul. I inadvertently called my teacher. Yeah, with these modern phones, it's very easy to inadvertently call someone who you didn't mean to call. Sir, could you tell me if it's possible? So for learn, hi for learn. If it's possible, the player won the chess game by a 4-move margin. Yeah, you could say by a 4-move margin. I might say by a margin of 4 moves, but a 4-move margin, noun, noun, noun collocation, that works perfectly well. Well done for learn. And the state of health has improved only marginally after the outbreak. It's been a marginal improvement. When investigated, it's significant to try to observe every single detail and not only the core issues. Trivial issues oughtn't to be marginalised. I like that, oughtn't. These two concepts are marginally different and on the margin of almost being the same. So the marginal difference should be marginalised. This is very good. These are all correct. Which one is correct? It's hard doing something or hard to do. The first is general. Thank you in advance. It's hard doing something. It's hard to do something. I think they are both correct. It's hard walking up that hill. It's hard to walk up that hill. Let's see. I think the doing has the idea of while you're actually doing it. It has to me more an idea of physically demanding. Whereas hard to do, something that is difficult and you're thinking about doing it. Yeah, I think this to do has hard to do. It's talking about maybe more mental difficulty, less physical. Yeah, but I think they're the same. I think the difference is just nuance. And AK, thanks for acquainting me with the differences between what and which. Okay, so what is your phone number? Because there are millions of phone numbers. And which cake do you want? I wonder if I can say which between X and Y should I choose instead of which should I choose between X and Y. Which between X and Y should I choose? Okay, I think I would put a comma here. Which between X and Y, comma, should I choose? But yes, they both work. They both work fine, AK. Yeah, well done. My pleasure. So, Nora, if I say, for example, as we go down the road, throughout the 4 assigned units you will have later, you will get more practice, more practice on this grammatical formula. This phrase, go down the road, means to continue or proceed. Okay, yes, I might say as we get further down the road. So, yes, I might say as we get further down the road. But it works very definitely. So, thank you, Nora. And P. Okay, so black, brown and white. I like the colour scheme. Demarcation. And, so, AK got the joke. I think I got it. Does Netflix mean no films? Yes, Niet means no in Russian, and that's the point. So, no films. And Joanna Emery Solomon, the war between Russia and Ukraine is underway. Good English, good use of underway. And AK, it's a decision. Imagine a Russian child telling their folks that they're busy watching Netflix. The parents are going to feel proud that their child finally grew out of films. Good work, AK, I love it. Okay, that's nice. And P. Hi P, great to have you again. So, There were no demarcation lines in her brain, no thoughts to be enshrined, no poetry to be cherished, only mud and slush and tar seeping slowly into her veins. Only mud and slush and tar seeping slowly into her veins. That reads very nicely. All boundaries had been blurred, all laws transgressed, all properties condemned. She was painfully aware she had always been hated, and that they were waiting with evil impatience for her end. Chan Chan. That's a very nice piece of writing. I like it. You see, I can even put some feeling into it and read it with some meaning to the way I'm reading it. I love it, Patricia. Well done. Okay, so VG got the joke as well. That's great. And thanks, sir. So, mistaken error. No worries. And she got the joke. I'm really glad you got it. Yet, no. And let's see. Leffy. All the Russian viewers got banned from YouTube. God bless. Vitali et al. And others. You will be missed. Yeah, if they ban YouTube from Russia, we're not going to have Vitali or who else? There's certainly Vladimir. Oksana couldn't come last week, I think probably because of the situation in Kiev. And Jerem asked, did that just happen? Yesterday they still had access to YouTube. Facebook and Twitter are banned in Russia. And Leffy, I'm just throwing the cat amongst the pigeons. Yeah, this is Leffy causing trouble, trying to ruffle people's feathers. I hope it doesn't happen, though. The ordinary Russian people don't deserve how the world is treating them. That's the point. And name. Okay, hi. Says to Jerem, no, it's we who will ban YouTube because it's going to ban all Russian government media, and this is how all Russian viewers will be banned. Lol. Okay, thank you all of you for commenting. The world will be a better place without Niet Putin. Okay, good, Jerem. It's great to have you. And left or right, I love this expression. I like to do it as well. Yeah, ruffling feathers and putting the cat amongst the pigeons. It should be your YouTube nick, the cat among the pigeons. Good to have you, Leffy. And Jerem, it's great to see you, Jerem. I do not swoon when I see celebrities or royalty. Good thing too. To me, they're just people who live in the public eye, and they're no better or worse than the rest of humanity. I agree with you totally. Yeah, they're just people like the rest of us. And hi VG and hi AK, great to have you. I'm going to have to think of a good Spanish nickname for AK. Well, it'll come with time. Okay, and have a nice weekend. You too, VG, definitely. I never told you to clear off. Don't put words in my mouth. Good example. And will you stop putting words into my mouth? I never said I disliked you. Good. And, okay, this one's interesting. I think the phrasal verb read into is synonymous with the former idiom. Like he likes to read into somebody's remarks about him. So I'm not very happy. To me, to read into means to interpret. So what do you read into the latest statement by the government? How do you interpret it? What things is it saying? What message is it conveying? Yeah. So what do you read into the fact that he didn't come to the party? Do you think it's that he doesn't like us, or am I reading too much into it? It's interpreting. It's projecting your mind or your mindset into what someone else has said or has done. Okay, and AK. She wanted to help her elder sibling with her studies, but the elder sister put words in her mouth and said that she was trying to insinuate that she was more intelligent than her. Okay. Trying to insinuate in this case, AK. Yeah. So, VG, teacher Rosanna said if I took the words said I took the words right out of her mouth when I said the words even if, because there's two of them. Okay, and so does put words in someone's mouth imply jumping down their throat? No, Vibes. If you jump down somebody's throat, you get very angry with them. Yeah, there's no need to jump down my throat. I was just suggesting we might do this in a different way. Yeah, to criticize somebody very harshly, very suddenly. Yeah, there's no need to jump down my throat. Don't jump down his throat. He's just trying to help. And that's the idea of it, Vibes. Okay? Rushing to conclusions and paraphrasing what someone said. This is much better, Vibes. Yes, very definitely. Okay, VG. Lucas. I think it's going to rain tonight. Maria. You took the words out of my mouth. I was about to say that. Good example. And P. Good evening. Great to have you. Good evening, dear Sir Alex Charles Henry Hope. Everything's okay, and please don't say niet, because we will swoon, and there ain't no vodka at home. Ah, ooh, swoon, swoon. I love it. Ah, ooh, swoon, swoon. No vodka, because they're not going to export it. Well, we'll have to just get some potatoes and make some. And AK. The teacher asked us to say a poem. I would probably use the verb recite here, AK, that we had learned in kindergarten. It had been a long time, so I was struggling to think of a nice poem. I eventually came up with a nice poem, but another student took the words out of her mouth, out of my mouth, and I was left with nothing to say. Okay, good work, AK. And P, hi P. Oh my God, Sir Alex C. Henry. After all this cavilling, complaining, I think we will have to opt for mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Have a great weekend. Take care. You have a brilliant weekend too, and take care. And I hope you sleep well tonight. Okay, hi there, 40 Love. Great to see you. So, you had to Google Niet. Yes, it's Russian for no. So, no films in Netflix. P. Hi, P. They rebuffed the neighbour's daily onslaught for fear that she would draw them into her vortex of madness. I love it. I love this phrase for fear that, but I always like to use lest she draw. Yeah, I always try to get students to use this word lest. And no, nothing wrong with what you've written at all, Pete. It's perfectly fine. And Azam Sepiashvili. So, thank you, sir. That was really helpful. So nice of you. I'm really glad it was helpful. And Nitu, hi Nitu. At first she instigated me to speak against others and simultaneously provoked others to speak against me. Boof, not a nice person. She was kind of putting words into our mouths, although her deceitful tactics remained hidden at first. They slowly started dropping scales from our eyes. Remained hidden. We use this scales the other way round. Although her deceitful tactics remained hidden at first, slowly the scales dropped from our eyes. Her true colours started becoming visible to us. Good work, Nitu. I like it. And Nitu again. The demarcation drawn in the parking area denotes each owner's private parking space, and everyone should park their vehicles in their premises only, the committee chairperson insisted. We felt as if she read our minds and took words out of our mouths before making that statement. Good English, Nitu, and Manji says apt. Great to see you, Manji. And let's see, with a bit of luck, there'll be a couple of comments by you. So, how many am I going to guess? 4 comments. 4 comments total here to do again. I like guessing this. It's a fun game. Okay, so just the ones from Sheed. In history, it was frequent to put words into someone's mouth. In particular, in particularly. Yeah, that would work as well. In particularly, I reckon of the horrific Inquisition era, where insane priests or religious authorities used this rhetoric during an Inquisition trial. For instance, the well-known physicist and astronomer Galileo Galilei was brought to trial by the Catholic Church for claiming that the Earth revolves around the Sun, and had to reconsider his discovery to avoid a sentence of heresy, which was a very serious crime at the time, with a death penalty by fire. Wow, okay, that's very good. Notice the Inquisition still exists today. Something like the Doctrine of the Faith. I can't remember its title. The Pope Ratzinger was the head of the Inquisition before he became Pope. Okay, so thank you, Sheed. That's very good. I like the way you're getting braver with your comments. It's a good thing, Sheed, and you're writing very nicely. Yeah, your writing's not bad at all. So, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.